This video is not for kids. I say bad words sometimes and talk about distressing topics. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is not scripted, minus a couple notes I've taken, so this might be a little messy, but hello. In case you're new, I'm Double Specs, and I have a Warrior Cats OC webcomic, and today I will be explaining the lore to that, so yay! For starters, the series is called A New Clan, and it takes place in Southern California. However, the version of this world is not like ours. There are humans and normal animals and stuff like that. However, the land is a little different. There are like a lot of magical elements, which actually brings us to our first like real topic. Alright, so the afterlife. Where do these cats go when they die? Starting with StarClan, StarClan in the beginning of the story is a very cruel and cold entity that kind of just torments cats to do their bidding, and it's kind of implied, and I will definitely get into it more as the story progresses, that StarClan isn't really any group of cats or any actual cat that has died, and it's just a manifestation of the environment and nature disguising itself as a cat's spirit. You know, whispering into the ears of the living to try and get them to create a clan and start living in the environments that they've created over the years. And so the rule goes, whichever cat dies first, they become the founder of StarClan. So they'd be the most powerful and they'd have the most control. StarClan cats typically take on the look of like blue ghosts. Everyone has the same color palette, but they still keep their designs, you know, fur texture and fur patterns and whatnot. And since StarClan is very powerful, cats like Medicine Cats and Leaders can only have one StarClan guide. So, no matter how strong their connection to StarClan will be, their brain can only handle one cat. So what happens when a cat is visited by more than one? Well, if it's just one more, then a cat will probably get like a concussion, but if it's for a longer amount of time, then they could get permanent brain damage. More than 2 cats visiting could result in a coma, permanent brain damage, or death. How can you contact StarClan? You can contact StarClan by either dreaming, but you need a StarClan connection for that, or going to the Starstone, which is located in Star Falls. Like StarClan, StarClan connections are very sacred, and only Medicine Cats, Leaders, and Prophecy Cats are permitted to have them. So, if a normal cat tries to go to the Starstone to gain a connection, horrible consequences follow. StarClan will respond, however, it won't be typical. Instead of seeing a loved one or a guide, you will be plagued with permanent nightmares for the rest of your life. So anyways, how does hell work? So we haven't really seen that much of the Dark Forest yet, and we won't until a couple more issues. But I can tell you that they have red outlines, and usually they have their cause of death wound shown always. The same rule for the Dark Forest follows, that there is an entity down there that whispers and stuff until a founder takes over. And that founder, of course, will be super powerful. Now there's one more important detail about all of this that I have to go over, and that is the barrier. What is the barrier? To put it in the quickest, simplest terms, the barrier separates the Dark Forest, the Living World, and StarClan from each other. Dark Forest cats and StarClan cats cannot see each other. StarClan cats can see Living World cats, but Living World cats can't see StarClan cats, and Dark Forest cats and Living World cats cannot see each other. Only founders of afterlives can see Living World cats and enter the Living World. StarClan cats and Dark Forest cats cannot see each other because part of the Dark Forest cats' punishment is not being able to see their loved ones. Now, of course, all of this could change if the barrier is broken, but I'm sure that will never happen. Well, that's it for the main world lore. If you liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and if you're interested in my comic, it'll be linked in the description. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to go check that out. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.